Might as well just free ball it. Come on. Let's go.
Oh no.
What's up, y'all? This is Intoxicated Opinions, and as y'all can tell, we pretty lit right now.
Oh, no.
We've been drinking. Drinking. This is the Grey Goose with the twisted tea. We're going to talk about kids and gender identity today.
Oh.
Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, come on in. We're going to talk about it. So, as a young man with both male and female kids, boys and girls, how do we feel about them dressing up as either a male or a female?
How do we feel about them dressing up as the opposite sex they are?
Okay, or identifying with that opposite sex. So, damn, that's fucked up. I feel like kids have so much pressure and then putting more pressure on them by making them be or telling them who to be is kind of messed up. No, that's not right. Because my son's going to wear boy clothes and my girl's going to play with Barbie dolls, and I'm going to allow that. If my son wants to wear a dress, I'm not going to buy him a dress. That's just me. I can't say what other people might do for their kids, but my son, I'm not going out and buying him a dress.
How are you going to deal with the fact that he says, hey, I want to wear a dress?
Well, when you're able to buy a dress, you can go buy a prom dress or whatever dress you feel like wearing.
What if the girl wants to identify as a boy?
What do you mean identify as a boy? Because that's pretty hard to say because those type of girls they call tomboys.
Yeah.
So I think it's what they call those where somebody can do something that the other sex
Double
can't.
standard?
Double standard.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of those double standards where, women have the advantage because it's okay for a girl to be a tomboy, but for a boy to be I don't even know what they would call it, tom girl?
Maybe it's less of talking about the kids and their choices and more of focusing on the parents that enable the children to go one way or the other.
But why I say enable if the kids feel like, they like, playing with Barbie dolls if it's a boy or the girl. See, that's why I say it's just tricky because when a girl wants to play with figurines or action figures, it's okay. We just figure it and chalk it up as being a tomboy. But when a boy does it, I guess that's just the double standards in life. We have a lot of double standards in life. And I think that's just one of them.
What are you going to do as a parent?
Me?
Yes. You gonna let your boy play with Barbies? You gonna
No.
let the girl play with figurines?
My son is not playing with Barbies. He's not dressing up as a princess or a mermaid. Those are things that no, I'm not.
Can't be a mermaid either?
No. He can dress up like Aquaman.
What about the parents that say, my son can paint his nails, can grow long hair, can have a ponytail and bun, can wear a dress if they want, and it's a boy?
Usually those are women that, Damn, I said that. Shit. For those women, I guess, do what you feel like doing. As far as my son, nah, we not doing that. No. I try to tell my son to make sure he takes a bath and shower and take care of his hygiene, wash his hands, wash his feet. My son don't like to do none of that.
You don't like to do none of that, huh?
Nah, he don't.
You sound like Connor, man.
But, I think that's what boys do.
I just always have grown up, pink is for girls, blue is for boys.
Well, that's different. Cameron wears pink. There's a lot of
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in general. Girls wear dresses, boys wear suits. And if you start mixing clothing and preferences and colors and stuff, you start to blur the lines of boy versus girl, masculinity, femininity, and I've always been pretty straight.
So you think boys should be masculine and girls should be feminine? You one of them people.
What is one of them people?
One of them Trumpers.
What the fuck? I'm saying boys should wear blue. My son's gonna wear blue. He's not wearing pink.
Okay.
But I've wore pink before, so it's not weird. It's not forbidden. But I'm just saying, if he like wants to
It
wear,
just depends, Cancer Awareness Month. He plays football. He plays sports, so I understand that. Or he wants to wear pink and it looks good, fashionable. I understand that. But at the same time, he's not wearing a dress. He's not wearing, a girdle or nothing like that. I just.
not only that, I don't want their behavior to start to imitate a girl's, or for my daughter's behavior to start to imitate a boy's. Meaning, I don't want my son to be submissive and
I don't
soft.
care. I don't care if my daughter is gay.
What about your son?
I care.
Why?
I just.
Double standard.
It is. It's double standards in life. So that's just how I feel. It is.
So if your daughter dates girls, it's cool.
It's perfectly fine.
You would prefer that, actually, huh?
I would. Yes. Yes, I would. I would definitely prefer that. I don't want to hear her problems with men, and if she turns out to be a hoe, which God forbid, I hope that she don't. But I'ma always teach her how to carry her. Well, teach her how a man's supposed to treat her.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, if she likes girls, it's just so much less to worry about.
You'd be pretty happy. But if your son like boys,
it's not that I'd be pretty happy. I just wouldn't mind it.
if your son came to Thanksgiving dinner with his boyfriend,
I would still love my son. Like that's still my son. I would still love him.
there'd be this internal feelings of like disappointment, right?
Not disappointment. It's more so. I don't feel like I can hang with my son like I used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we don't have too much more in common. Like right now we have a lot in common. My son likes sports. He likes to play video games. He likes to do those type of things. And I just feel like, now I wouldn't mind if my son is I would mind if my son is gay, but like if he's like the gay man, like I could deal with that.
But if he's a gay woman, you can't deal with that.
It's hard.
It's hard,
Yeah,
right?
it's hard. Pause.
Pause or nothing?
Listen.
Like you saying pause, like it's gonna happen.
Like, I'm just saying, like, in general, like, it's not a phobia because I'm not, like, scared of him being gay or nothing like that. It's just like, damn, we wouldn't have as much to talk about because I'm like, damn, man, he having this conversation. And as men, how we get together as men and we do have locker room talk.
Yeah.
I hate to say people be like, oh, men don't. Yes, they do. They have locker room talk. They talk
Girls
about all
do
types of.
Girls do
girls
too.
do it too. But,
So you would want your son to be in the men's locker room talk versus the girl locker room.
Yeah, it'd be awkward for me.
So it's got to be the
So
pitcher, not the catcher.
a lot, yeah. He'd have to be throwing the balls instead of receiving. Listen, man, this is a touchy subject. Like I'm all for.
Does your son watch these videos?
Hey, I don't know,
He'll
but
be like, oh shit.
if he do, my son is straight though. He likes, he doesn't.
He ain't
I'm
gonna
not gonna
tell
say.
you.
I'm not gonna say he's straight, but he don't like dressing up as girls or nothing like that.
Back to the subject though, parents that allow their children to determine what gender they are. How do you feel about those parents? Is there not some responsibility for those parents to say, no, you're a boy, you can't wear a dress, or no, you're a girl, you can't have your pants
To
sagged?
say no, I don't. No, you can't is different than saying I don't approve.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're a dad and you don't approve of it, I think you should let your son know and why you think you should let. But if most times moms are okay with it. So, if you're a mom who thinks it's okay, then I'll for it.
But you're not okay though?
No.
Okay.
No. But, everybody has a...
Should there be an age limit or an age minimum that a child can even have an opinion in?
Like I said, when you start buying your own stuff. When you start buying your own stuff, then, go for it. Be you, be who you think you are.
Who is that? Dwayne Wade. He's got a kid, right? You know the kid I'm talking about. His son. He's like 9 or 10.
Listen, man, sip tea.
So you know what I'm about to talk about.
That's his son.
That's his son.
If he's okay with his son doing that, then he's okay with
How
his
do
son.
you feel about that? That's the question.
Hey, it won't be my son. That's his son. Let him, raise his son how he wants to raise his son.
Uh-huh. And you cool with it?
That's his son.
And if his son and your son was hanging out, you'd be cool with that too.
Yeah, I would be cool with my son hanging with his son. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, I try to teach my son that, to be him and whoever he wants to be and not stray away from whoever he wants to be.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, I wouldn't buy my son dresses if he wanted dresses.
You want to get his fingernails painted?
Listen, my son thinks he can go every day without taking a shower or brushing his teeth. So, no. Listen, that's just me. He asks for a lot of things. And then his favorite basketball player changes every year. So, that's just my son. I love him to death. So, what a child wants to do now can affect them in the future. And my thing is to protect my son for the future. Now, if he grows older, he's conscious of what he's doing. He understands not the consequences, but how society reacts to things. Then, be you. I have no, qualms about him being who he is.
How about this? Parents are changing their children's birth certificates to what that child identifies as. Parents are telling their schools, hey, he has to go to the women's bathroom or she has to go to the boys' bathroom.
I don't think that's right. I don't think, sports, I think, trans kids or transgender people should have their own group of sports. I don't think it's right as far as a man going to a woman's sports, because I would be mad as hell if a boy transitioning to a girl was in a game or fight or whatever against my daughter.
Mm.
Like, that's not fair at all, especially to me.
Because they're going to win most of the time.
Most of the time, the majority of the time, we just built different. Men are, have a lot more hormones and testosterone than women just naturally. So that's a problem to me. And I'd probably go in there and try to trip the kid or something. I just don't
beat up the kid.
Listen, that's like if my daughter got into a fight with that transgender girl. Yeah, I'm gonna go help my daughter. Yes, I don't care what you say. It's only fair. It's fair. So you call it what you want to call it, and then women are as equal as men. So it is what it is.
But this is like in middle school and high school. The kids are, 13, 14, 15. There should be an age where you cannot say, hey, I'm a girl, I'm a boy. And
I think kids will figure it out. Most kids will figure it out based on how they was raised. Their parents and, what their parents allow and what their parents don't allow. That's just, I think, if you teach your kids or, influence your kids to behave one way, most of the time they act that way. If they don't, then, you still love them, you still care for them, you just accept them for who they are. This is just my intoxicated opinion, because I'm fucked up right now, and I'm just telling you how I feel.
so you pass lit, huh?
I'm fucked up. I can tell I'm fucked up, and I know I'm fucked up.
You can't drive right now?
I wouldn't drive. Kids don't drink and drive. Like I tell my son, don't smoke weed. I had a bad experience with weed.
Didn't you just get high the last time I was up here?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
I
when was I over here?
Listen, I don't
It had to be in.
I don't smoke weed. I do not smoke weed. You a snitch.
What?
You need to 6'9" over here. Dang, well, I tell you.
Did that really happen? I was just BSing.
It was a holiday. I was feeling myself. You probably need to edit that out. You probably need to edit that out. I have coworkers that watch this.
I'm gonna look at this when I'm sober.
I tried it.
Usually, your fiance ain't up in here, so I can say what I want.
Listen, I tried edible one time, and it just wasn't.
What?
It wasn't
You
the right.
did?
It wasn't the right decision.
It fucked you up, huh?
It fucked me all the way up. Fucked me all the way up. That's why I say, sometimes you do
Was
things
it like a
and
gummy
fuck
bear?
you all the way up. So this is what we try to protect our kids from.
How about these sex change surgeries
No,
to minors? Because their parents are like, oh yeah, my son thinks he's a girl, so he can get his.
I think that's for attention. Like I said, wait till your kid is old enough to do it themselves and let them do it. Let them be responsible, because you doing it as a parent makes you liable or responsible for it. And then if anything goes wrong or the kid changes their mind, then they blaming you. That's just how I feel.
Some people might misconstrue our conversation as you being anti-gay or anti-transsexual.
I just said I want my daughter to be gay. How am I anti-gay?
But then you said you don't want your son to be gay.
Okay, that's just me not wanting my son to be gay.
So you like lesbians, but not gay men.
They're gay. They're both gay. I don't understand that. Like, you can't say I'm homophobic because I approve of my daughter being gay, but I don't want my son to be gay. But if he is, I would love him the same.
Okay.
So,
I was trying to clarify.
listen, man.
I didn't want
You
no
don't
weird comments
understand.
on the.
Like, you understand how it is being a male and, girls getting a reputation. And I don't want my daughter to be a
My
reputation.
daughter's only 3.
I try to protect my daughter from that. She could be the biggest lesbian hoe in the world. Hopefully she grow out of it when she gets, 21 or something like that. Then her life is hers. Do what she want to. You can have sex with as many men as you want. God willing, she don't. But during school, no, I don't want her to go through that.
Yeah.
I don't. It's a difficult thing to get past.
Oh,
So,
yeah. I remember.
I don't know. I don't want to envision my daughter being with a man and getting abused by, well, not abused, but used by a man.
I'm going to call you Grandpa G.
Don't call me anything.
Anyway, we both drunk, so I'm going to get up off here.
You homophobic, ain't you?
What?
Yeah. That's usually what runs in the Caucasian community.
That's a big,
Stereotype.
big stereotype, man.
It's not. How many of y'all voted for Trump?
What?
Yeah, a lot of y'all voted for Trump.
A lot of black people voted for Trump.
It wasn't that many.
I seen a rap
They
video
was-
with
they was-
all blacks that
they
was
was
talking
like
about
that.
Trump 2020. I sent you that
Listen,
video.
They probably went across the world looking for them. That's not how everybody feels.
Don't we
It
know?
might be, you
Don't we
know.
know someone that's black that voted for Trump?
Yeah. we
Okay.
do. But, yeah, we do.
Anyway,
we do.
like, share, subscribe. We really drunk. That's too much. I think we had too much, too fast. Anyway.
It's okay, though. It's okay. People going to be confused, but listen. As far as my kids, I hope that my son is not dressing up like a girl or having identity issues. My daughter, on the other hand, is double standards.
If you catch your son wearing a dress, what are you going to do?
If I catch my son wearing a
Yeah.
dress, well, I'm going to talk to him about it.
Yeah.
We're going to have a talk. We're going to understand, we're gonna try
That
to...
means you're a body slammer.
No, we're going to have a talk, like, conversation. Why my son's not wearing the dress. You just asked a hypothetical question and never asked. My son's not wearing the dress right now. He don't even like Young Thug.
What does that mean?
He don't like dresses.
Okay. All
So
right.
my son is on a good path. Not
Yeah.
good, but my positive path as far as me. But like I said, I love the homosexual community, the gay community. I do. I like it. They're cool people. like especially the women. I like the women are real straight. I like the women. The
So you
women.
good with lesbians, huh?
Hey, gay.
Yeah.
The gay women, me and them get along quite nicely.
What about the gay men?
I don't know. It just depends on the man. Like if he's a real dude, we cool. I think it's just the flamboyant that just make me uncomfortable. That's what it is, uncomfortable. And it's okay. I can be uncomfortable.
You can't be uncomfortable.
That's my choice. That's my decision. I don't want to be uncomfortable because it's different for me. It's not normal for me. You laughing, man. You can't take me serious. I'm just saying, man. Listen, you know how it is.
How's
Like,
that twisted tea, by the way? It's pretty good, right?
It's cool. It's cool. It smells good.
It tastes good. You got something to say on the subject? Because I got to get out of ballpark.
We just said a lot on the subject.
You said a lot. You got anything else? Can we wrap this up?
No, I want to hear your opinion. What do you think?
What? I done gave my opinion 3 times.
You homophobic. Listen, like, share, subscribe. As far as our opinions, they differ from each other. As you can see.
Hold on, let me say I love the gay community too.
But you don't. You're a liar. Please. Send him a hate mail because I don't have no issue with it. I got plenty of gay people in my family and I've never had a problem with them.
I already stated it. Nope.
What did you state? Oh, you was drunk, dog.
I said I love the gay community too.
Just because you say it don't mean you actually feel
What
it.
the fuck?
You just being inclusive right now. Nothing that you said is inclusive of the gay community, and I find that very. You laughing? I find that very what they call that?
Offensive.
Offensive. Yes, very offensive. Because I have gay people in my family, and
Do
they
you
might
really
not-
know?
Yeah, I do.
You find it offensive?
I do a little bit.
A little bit.
Yes,
Okay. I just said I love
because
the gay
that might
community.
offend them. So,
Can I say I love the gay community
but
too?
you don't.
How do you know what I love and
You
not
just
love?
said you wouldn't let your son. Would you hang out with your son if he wore a dress?
Yeah, you just said you would too.
I would. But don't
Okay.
mean you would.
Well, obviously, if I would have objected, I would have been like, oh, well, I wouldn't have done that.
Okay, I hear you.
Jesus.
I hear you. Like I said, be you. You know, that should be our new motto. Be you.
In the Army, they say don't ask, don't tell.
They should.
They should.
I mean, it doesn't matter who's serving us in the army.
So I know a lot of gay guys.
No, you don't.
A lot of
You,
gay guys.
you know a lot.
A lot.
I'm the only friend you have. So. You're just a liar, man. You're just a liar.
And my
Listen.
workplace got tons of lesbian women. And they all cool. So for you to say you're offended.
I think that's a stereotype, though.
What?
When it comes to women and gay, like it's okay, it's accepted if you're a woman and
Didn't
you're
I just
gay.
tell you I worked at a gay club? Before
Never.
we started this video?
You worked at a gay club.
Yeah.
And you said they was the most aggressive.
They were super aggressive and violent. Yes, that community is violent as
That
shit.
is very. That's a stereotype.
Is it? Because I worked at a straight club and I didn't get in fights every night, but I sure did at that club.
Okay, so by your experience, okay, I accept that. I accept that. I mean, gay community is a gay community. They all one and the same. I accept them all.
I had too much to drink, man.
You need to accept everybody for who they are. And I believe in the Bible.
What? So, what is he talking about? Do you know? So send him the hate mail, because I said I love you.
Let me open my eyes. Thank y'all. Like, share, subscribe.
We out. Peace.